It's Thursday? Thursday, yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome aboard. Are we rich yet? I don't know, man. Are we rich? I just woke up from a nap. What's going on? You have to request. Let me get one of our guys on. Let me get my buddy Nick. I'm getting Nick DiGiacomo on. He's one of our VPs. He wants to jump on this live so we can answer some questions. He's actually one of the guys that teaches. Nick,
Hey
what's up?
guys,
What's going on, brother?
what's up, man? Here's
Pretty good, pretty good. So I haven't done a tag team Instagram live in a while. So as you can tell, I just woke up, brother. Oh, that's what
I'm
happened.
with you.
Look at that view, man. You look great over there, man. Beautiful Miami
Right?
Beach.
Yep.
Beautiful Miami
Here.
Beach.
Yes,
That's
we
dope. So I know we're getting some questions in. So we're just going to talk about the markets here and there. So Nick, if you want to go ahead and kind of explain. I know you had some classes today. You took advantage of some trades today. I think you got into GLD with who exactly?
So we had my student Antonio. We took some GLD calls today. We saw a nice ascending wedge. We broke out of the 100, quick 40%. What else did we play?
We played Boeing today.
Boeing was another nice one. Boeing was a nice one. And the last one we did was the biotech stock. Which one was it? I forget the name. Oh, it was Gilead. Gilead.
Oh, Gilead. Gilead, we got in today.
That was a nice one.
Today,
So,
but we still have it. We still have that Gilead trade open. So it was a nice breakout on the 1 hour.
Yep.
Boeing was nice today. Got a nice little 40% snack. Put us 8 out of 9 this week. We only had one losing trade this week, which was QQQ calls. Didn't work out for us. We were playing that breakout.
Yep.
But the 200 moving average didn't hold up for us. It bounced back, but didn't help, obviously. But either way, I mean, let's answer some questions here in the market. I'm seeing some people asking, so let's see.
Let's see.
I got a bunch of questions, so let's go back and forth. Are we rich yet? That's our little thing that we say hi. How about Tesla after hours? Yeah, Tesla's on fire.
Yep.
They had their deliveries report today. Their Shanghai Gigafactory is absolutely it's up and running, doing very well. I own the stock. It's a stock that Nick likes to play too. We didn't play it today, obviously. I mean, it was a downtrend, guys. It's either unless you have inside information, there's no way to play that. And if you do, you played a lotto, and we don't gamble with our signals. So, I mean, we own the stock. Our investment club members do own Tesla, so awesome. I actually wanted to buy some Tesla today. I thought we were going to maybe hit 400, and that was my buy zone, 400. But we didn't get there. We got as low as 450, and that's all she wrote. Let's see. Ray says, how much did you make this year in trading? So, again, I have multiple portfolios. I have two. But in trading right now with the 10K challenge, I actually show you if you want. We're done trading with the 10K challenge for this week. So I can show you. We started the account March 11th. Let me see if I can bring this up.
Oh, we're doing great on that.
March 11th. This is when I started it. Let me go ahead and flip this thing. March 11th, we started it, and you could see about $2,800 already made. And then if I go to, I'm just gonna hold my phone with my left hand. What's today's 30th, right? What 20? Yeah, 30th was Monday. So I didn't trade any more of this account. We made $816 this week on the 10K account. You could see 4 for 4, but I had to stop due to the rules because I hit my 750 weekly target. If not, I got yelled at by our CIO, Anthony. So I didn't trade anymore on that. But yeah, I mean, the goal for the 10K challenge account, guys, is to double it. I think at this pace, I mean, if we continue, we should be able to double it to June. And the goal is to show discipline. Again, you don't need to go all in. You don't need to gamble. It's with a plan, with the signals. Every single trade I do is a signal for our members. So if you're a signal member and I put 10K hashtag on the actual Twitter, I mean, you follow that, you're golden. You don't need to do anymore. And we were done already. So I didn't get into that BA call to BA put today on the 10K challenge. I did it on my personal one. And yeah, and I didn't get that AMD one yesterday. And I didn't get the QZ, that loss. And I didn't get into Gilead today either. So I have to wait till Monday for the 10K challenge, but I have my other portfolio on my other computer, which has my my stocks, and of course I could still trade here and there. So let's answer some questions here. Ripple price point. I don't own Ripple. The Dale sales report asks market up or down. I get that question all the time, Nick. Up or down, like it's roulette, like it's red or black. And if we predict, guess what, man? We're gonna get 00 green.
That's right.
And no one wins that way. So let's not do that.
That's the thing. That's what we say. Listen, you guys got to, we say react, don't predict.
Yeah.
It's as easy as that. You don't have to think about,
No.
make a prediction. You just trade the price. You trade the price. Of course,
Price
that's the
action,
most important thing.
Price action is your friend, man. That's a deal. Derek says, can you talk about the bank's unlimited leverage for treasuries? If you're talking about unlimited leverage, you're talking about the liquidity push. Again, that's just a Fed thing. I don't know if that's going to last forever. It is taking away risk off the market. But again, it doesn't give a green light to people not to sell stock to take away risk off their balance sheet or their portfolio. I mean, it doesn't work where they just throw money at something. They can't force you to buy. So again, they could throw all the money in the world, but if somebody's over leveraged in their portfolio, I'm talking about hedge funds, mutual funds, whatever, they're going to sell. So Fed is nice, but it doesn't guarantee a thing. Let's see.
Somebody's asking about GLD. GLD.
Oh, Henny God says GLD is going to continue to go up tomorrow. Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, we own it. We own
Usually have a good day.
Huh?
Usually on NFP, the metals move.
Well, GIL, it's Gilead, not GLD.
Oh, he's talking about
Gilead. Gilead,
oh, he's talking about Gilead.
Gilead, which we have the calls for tomorrow. I mean, for next week. So yeah, we should be all right.
Yeah.
It says after a 1K to 10K, do you think you can try a 10K to 100K? We don't have a 1K to 10K. We have a 10K challenge to let's see what happens. Can I go 10K to 100K? Yeah, it's going to take a little time. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm not going all in on anything. I sold all my Bitcoin when it hit 7,300. It's about to tank for a while. It's not a question. Tesla short squeeze part 2. Looks like it. I mean,
probably.
I don't know if it's going to be a short squeeze. If you're looking at the hourly chart, guys, I'm going to flip this again, and then they can see. Okay, so we're in an hourly chart on Tesla. Guys, we need to break this level here. This is right at 567. If you break that, then you could talk about a squeeze. But again, it's not as short as it once was. It's not like before the 420s funding secured on Tesla. But this is my level for the break. I'm not buying any more shares. I didn't buy any. My buy zone was at 400, and I didn't tap it. So obviously, hindsight is 2020.
It always is.
It is always nice. Let's see. Derek says, are you long basis? Yeah, every stock I own is for long. How much money did you make this year? Enough. Do you trade with equity? You mean trade equities? You mean stocks? Yes. We trade stock options. BA was sweet. Yes, it was. We played GILD, not GLD. Yes, GILD. Future of space. I like future of space, but again, can't really travel in space when you can't leave the house. So it's going to take a little bit of a hit. It's more of a speculative stock. Again, it's more of a long term. Do you think S&P will drop to 1,800? I'll tell you this. If the S&P drops to 1,800, I will literally borrow money, max out credit cards, max out whatever, to buy every single stock that I've been wanting. I will go all in at 1,800. I don't care if I go bankrupt. I will buy everything I got. Expectations and XRP. I don't own Ripple. I don't even look at it. Where can I find your positions and how much it costs? If you're talking about options, GARcapitalfx.com/pricing. LK8 down 80%. You know why? Yes, the COO, Chief Operating Officer, was cooking the books, Enron style. Day trade Boeing. We did today. Since markets go up when employment is shit, nibble and wait. What are your up and down levels for that? Yeah, I actually buy stocks on pullbacks. I don't buy things when they're going up. I don't chase price. I want a good price. On Black Friday, I don't go for a TV that says it's marked up 40%. I want stuff that's on discount. So I kind of treat, I don't go to a clothing store and say, hey, guys, did the price go up from yesterday? Because I only want to buy them. That doesn't work. So, again, if we get a nice little flush, I'll start nibbling. I actually nibbled on one company today. I actually bought some NVIDIA. Finally, it dipped a little bit the way I wanted to. So I bought some today. Let's see. Thoughts on SPY tomorrow? NFPs tomorrow, man. Who knows? Carlos, I'm interested in master class. Who's teaching those? You're looking at him, G Pardo. He's one of our teachers. That's Nick. And he'll help you set yourself up. So, Nick, you want to go ahead and write down his IG so you can send him a message? It's GPARDO29.
Have him message. Send me a message. Nick
okay.
options.
GPardo29. I'll write it down for you. How about that? I
Yeah,
have
I don't have a pen on here.
pen and pad. So just in case we miss you.
All right.
Okay, I got it. Okay, next question. Thoughts on buying Delta? I own Delta, but keep in mind, it's very speculative and it's very hard to pick an airline you think is going to bounce when they're, they need to be built out. Downside for Microsoft. Oh, there is a downside, of course. I own the stock. It's one of my bigger positions. You're talking about the next support is around 132.52. We bought puts, not short. It's kind of the same thing. You're short buys. But yeah, we bought puts. What do I do with LK? If you have LK, God help you. I hope it bounces back, but it's a disaster. Thoughts on Microsoft short term? In order for Microsoft to buy calls, you need to break 156.10 on the hour. Is Microsoft a good buy for long-term hold right now? Absolutely. Tesla
Really?
should squeeze tomorrow. No
That's
idea.
a good question. He's got a good question.
What, the Microsoft long-term?
No, about the U.S. real estate and Airbnb. We just talked about this, so it's a good.
What's the question? What's the question?
The question was, how do you see the U.S. Real estate market going forward in regards to Airbnb?
Okay, so I can answer that question if you like. I don't own any Airbnb. That was something I was looking at with my business partner, Anthony, in Colombia. And it was kind of a mess, a lot of red tape in order to get my cedula. My dad is a Colombian national, so my family's Colombian. It was kind of a pain to kind of get that set up. Kind of thankfully, we didn't do it because of what happened. Right now, when we travel to Colombia, Nick, you know this, obviously, you've been with us. We go get an Airbnb. Now they're like, what, 80% off? Because you can't travel.
Oh, yeah, 80% off to travel there now.
Now, the thing was that in order to buy a property over there, you need to put a good down payment or you need to buy cash. And now, good news, they're not that expensive. But
Right.
You got to understand, Airbnb is not just in Colombia. It's everywhere. So let's say you own property, you bought a mortgage on it, rates are low, whatever, and you're dependent on that rental income to come in order to pay your mortgage. Well, that's adding more leverage to your balance sheet, which is your budget. And if you're not getting any kind of vacant, if you're not getting the people staying there, you have to pay that out of pocket, not including maintenance, not including if you have an association. That's going to hurt. Now, again, if you stretch yourself thin in regards to leverage, that's the thing I tell people is with debt, get out of debt before you even invest in anything, because you're adding more risk to your personal balance sheet. If you had a lot of debt today and you lost your job, I hope you didn't, or you got furloughed, and you have stocks and you need income, guess what? And to pay those bills, you're going to sell stock. And I always say, don't sell stock. Sell stock when you want to, not when you have to. That's what kind of keeps you away from trouble. So kind of understand that people that have Airbnbs, a lot of people have multiple properties that have a lot of mortgages. They're kind of stuck paying that because they're not getting the rental income. So that's kind of the downside of real estate. People always say, oh, real estate will never go anywhere. I agree. But the thing is that, yeah, you can live in your asset, you have it. But again, if you don't have renters, that's a cash pit. That's a money pit. You have to keep putting money in. You have to maintain it. You have to pay those mortgages. The best thing is if you're sitting on a property that you paid cash for, you don't have really to worry about much because you get to pay his association. So, yeah. But again, we'll see. I mean, it's a ticking time bomb, guys. The economy is literally at a standstill right now. No one can go out. So what's the benefit of that? The benefit is that right now, if you're working, your expenses are like zero. You're like not going out. You're not going out to eat. You're not blowing money. So this is your opportunity to stack cash. How do you do so? Get a side hustle. Start working. I mean, forget trading for a little bit. Let's say you're not working. UPS is hiring, throw boxes. Amazon, if you have an Amazon location near you, which is like a warehouse if you're in a big city. Instacart, your grocery stores, Target, Walmart. All those guys are hiring. So, I mean, if you're sitting pretty watching Netflix all day, I mean, this is your time to shine, man. This is your time to stack some cash. Forget investments right now. Stack some cash. Your expenses are zero. Just work. This is your opportunity to really save some money. I mean, I really hope this coronavirus, health on the side. I hope everyone's okay. Stay safe, stay home. But this is your opportunity to really save some money ahead of time. If you do it right, guys, at the end of this, man, you probably have 25 grand in cash. And it's all because you didn't spend money by going out doing anything. There's always a silver lining, even to the bad stuff in life. This is your opportunity to shine, guys. That's just my 2 cents. Econ asks, who controls pre and aftermarket? It's trading, but again, it's very thin volume. It's not a lot of traders that trade pre-market. Anyone can do it. You just have to request it for your broker. But keep in mind, the spreads are very wide, which are the ask and the bids. So you have to be very careful, and then you'll get hit. Remember, there's always slippage. If you buy a stock or whatever, and you want to sell it, you're selling at the bid, not the ask. And the ask is always higher than the bid. So if I buy Tesla tomorrow and it's at 529.79, and that's the ask, and the bid is at 525, I'm already down $4 if I try to sell it immediately. So you have to wait for that move to come up. And that's only if you buy one share. So imagine if you're buying hundreds of shares. That's money out of your pocket. So again, trading pre-market, not good. Buying pre-market is okay if you're buying and holding, if you're trying to get that money. But the move is made pre-market. Why not wait for all the sellers and all the buyers to come in and take advantage of better prices? What stocks to look for tomorrow? I mean,
We got a bunch, so many
we have to
questions.
wait for a non-farm payroll report. That's all you have to wait for. We don't know yet.
Somebody's asking about 2,300. Yeah, we'll get back there.
Yeah, I'm walking here. Any advice on dividends? Yeah, reinvest them all. Shopify, I like long term. I'm waiting for a little more of a pullback. Is AAL good deal at $10? They're not making any revenue, guys. They're burning through cash. So be very careful with airlines. Again, I only have a very, very, very small position on Delta. I think I probably have $700 in the stock. It's not going to go to zero, but again, I'm willing to take a little bit of a hit. Loving the 10K challenge. Hey, cool, Elliot. Thanks. Gold to the moon. I own it. What's a good trading software? TD Ameritrade. Thinkorswim is what I use. Why do you stop at 750? Because that's my levels for the 10K challenge. My levels are $150 a day, $750 a week, and $3,000 a month. You have to have.
You got to shut it down.
You have a target. Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying, you have to shut it down. If you don't, you're just going to keep
exposing
yourself to more risk. You have to shut it down. That's what we teach in the teaching program, where you have a goal, you hit it, you work with me during the week, and then we shut it down, and then that's it. You're done. You can watch.
Yeah,
we're still going to send signals. Your account that you're trading, your personal account, is done for the week, and you're going to see the compound. I mean, look at the 10K. We just started that 3 weeks ago, just to show new members that it can be done. You know, it's not like some fly-by-night thing where, you know, most of these services you see, they don't do that. They don't post their losers. They don't post that stuff. So we're pretty transparent in that way, and that's what we strive to be. You know, that's really the whole point of the
that's the whole deal. Yeah. So I was saying that in regards to another one, Emerson's asking about the 10K challenge. To do the 10K challenge, you have to be in the group. Well, again, you could do your own 10K challenge. You're just not going to get our signals. So it's really up to you. You can do any challenge you want. What did you use to start learning option signals? Well, best bet is to, obviously, it's kind of like riding a bike. You can't read a book on how to ride a bike. You got to get in there and you got to fuck up, man. It's going to be a lot of fucking up. That's basically what life is about. Mistakes, and that's how you get experience, man. It takes time. You know, I didn't have a mentor teaching me anything. I had to mess up. I blew two 10K accounts back to back. Cost me 20 grand to mess up, and it was the best thing that happened to me because I learned all my bad mistakes, over leveraging, over trading, revenge trading, chasing. I got that out of my system.
Carlos was my mentor, by the way.
Yeah, I did.
Me.
You were a student.
I was a student.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm teaching. You know, a few years later, it took some time to, you know, build up. But
yeah, I remember what you were going through, the growing pains of the charting you were great at, but a lot of it was just kind of like getting in it, you know, getting that first trade out of the way. That was difficult. I remember you were really nervous in the beginning because it's not monopoly money. It's not fake money. Guys, remember when trading, when you win a trade or you make money, you're literally taking someone else's money. And when you lose money, you're actually giving it away to somebody. It's a zero-sum game. There's same percentage of winners and losers. The small little slice in the middle, that's the broker fee. Thoughts on SPY right now? Let me bring that up, SPY. I'm bringing it up.
We're at the 100 on the hourly. I mean, look,
SPY right now.
NFP tomorrow. You gotta see what NFP does. We have to see the reaction.
I'm seeing the 100 and the 200 and the 50. Excuse me, getting very tight on the moving averages on the hourly. So it's really red or black, guys. Walgreens stock, what do you think? I think they're fine. I prefer CVS, just out of person because they have a partnership with Humana. What do you think about gold, Carlos? I own gold. I have some GLD calls that are longer term. So yeah, I still like gold. I have to get better at hedging. Best stock to own first time, Microsoft. Thoughts on Disney with them deciding to furlough employees? Well, the good thing with Disney is that if they do furlough employees, and this is just the silver lining, that's less expense. But again, Disney will bounce back, guys. This is just everyone taking a hit. I still think Disney is a cash company. I mean, very cash intensive. They have a lot of stuff going on. They have the movie division. They have ESPN, TV, media. They have the parks. Once this stuff ends, and it will, again, it'll end eventually, guys. This will be fine. Edwin asks, How are futures looking? Futures are actually down 105 points on the Dow. Best time frame when you're using candlesticks, 1 hour. Let's see.
Apple buy and hold. I mean, look, some guy's asking about what's he saying? Apple stock. Look, the Microsoft, Apple,
Go back down.
those guys of the world, you might just hold it.
Yeah.
Buy and hold it.
What do you think on GameStop? Do you think bankrupt? Yeah, man, they were in trouble before this stuff. I don't know who's going to go to the store and buy games if you could just download them. Would you ever consider doing voice alerts on the group? No, we're not going to do that. That's
Oh my God.
That's a shit show. Alan says asset management right now, guys, is on hold. We don't have the staffing right now. Space Carls, I own it long term. You use volume profiles? No. You're not taking it away from someone in the future. Okay, you don't need to yell at me. Why? You have to start as early as possible. Start at 12 if you can. I'm doing the first. Cheers.
Don't bankrupt.
Patience is the major key. People, stop yelling at me. If you're typing in caps, I'm assuming you're yelling at me.
Is there any way to pay for the classes and paper trade with you? That's what we do.
Yeah,
so
you have to paper trade at the beginning.
I make every new guy demo with me for a few weeks, so you practice the execution. It's like practicing in the gym for the game. Yeah. And then when you go live, you know, and then that's it.
I don't know what a virtual broker is from Canada. Do you think the market is relatively overpriced? Well, we'll know in 2 weeks because we'll have earnings finally. What percentage of your income do you recommend someone to invest that has zero debt? 15% of your income to start.
That's a good question.
I would say half if you can do it, but again, 15% is a great start. Pat says about
Netflix is good long term. Yeah,
I like it. I own Netflix.
Yeah.
I own Netflix. How's the cash account going? I just said it. We're up about almost $3 grand, 2,900 on it. That's 10K. Do you take money to manage? No, we don't. Follow up on the nibble question. I get Black Friday analogy, but let's say stocks were getting recovered to highs the next month. No nibbling. You're always going to get some down days. So pullback of 3% is a good chance to nibble. I smell the Merlot from here. Actually, this is cranberry juice.
Oh, I think he's talking about me.
Oh, you're drinking some Merlot? Good
I have a
you.
little Merlot. It's actually it's Cabernet.
Oh, look at you. Oh, I'm here in a red cup. You can see who makes more money here, me or Nick, obviously. Nick is the rich one. I'm drinking out of a red solo cup like I'm in college.
Oh, come
Where do you see BTC now in the situation? Long term. I own it long term. I buy some every week. Buy and hold, baby. Tesla shorts, 284 gap. Oh, no. I will not short Tesla here. Good stuff. Stable income. Do you think SPY will drop 50% from the 50 peak 338? It could. That'd be a target for a lot of bears, but I don't think we're gonna get there. You think we'll get back? Go ahead.
I was gonna say look, if you look around you, the common sense is to short everything because the world is crumbling, right? But that's not the way it works. There's a lot of other things going on, especially if you're a short-term trader. You have to understand that. Just because you think that the market should crash doesn't mean that you should go all in and buy puts, because you need to assess things day to day. Things change.
Yeah.
The market is like a living organism. It always is changing. Good. You know, so sometimes what I'm trying to say, sometimes the most rational thing to do is wrong, because sometimes the market is irrational because of the emotion that's in it. You know what I mean? So that's it.
Yeah, the main thing. David says, thanks for showing your loss the other day. After 12 snipes in a row, makes it more real. Well, it is real. You know, I don't want you guys thinking that, every trade we make is green. I wish. It doesn't work that way. I mean, it's hot streaks happen, guys. When you're up, you think you're the best. You're the god of trading. And when you lose a little bit, you think you're the absolute worst. You're never as bad as you think. You're never as great as you think.
That's true. Every
day, guys, you're only as good as your last trade. Let me make that perfectly clear. You're only as good as your last trade. If your last trade is a fuck up, guess what? You better come out of that. And when you're great, that's great. But every day is a new day. It really is. I don't care what happened a year ago. I don't care about what happened yesterday. What are we going to do today, the next day? What are we going to do today? I wake up in the morning. I'm like, hey, I'm back to zero. Let's rock this. What can I do to make money? What's my setups? What can I do? I mean, you could be bearish all day. You could be bullish all day. But we got to pay the rent today. I got to pay the rent now. I don't know. I don't care about the guys on Twitter saying, S&P is going to go to 1,800. Yeah, I understand the world's going to end. I understand what you're telling me, that gold is the best thing in the world. But I need to pay the rent today. What can I do now? That's why we trade options. Again, we could buy stocks till today till tomorrow. But again, that ain't going to get me paid. Day trading gets me paid. That's a different story. You actually see it. So again, analysis is nice, guys. You could say, hey, I'm going to win. I mean, we're going to fall. The world's going to end. Oh, the Fed this, the Fed that. that's nice and dandy, but that don't change the fact that you still got to work, man. You still got to do it.
Right.
You're too late to get into Amazon. I like Amazon long term. It's just
Oh, it's
expensive.
my favorite.
Is that a Puff Bar? Yes, it is a